Hello, everybody, and welcome to Plus League Basketball on YouTube or on your television screen. My name is Ryan Chan. I'll be joined today by a very special guest. But before that, we'd like to show you some of the scenes around the arena and what's going on inside. Today's first game will feature the Formosa Dreamers against the Taoyuan Hanghongyuan. The Taoyuan Air Apes here in Hsinchu County Arena Stadium. Going to be the current home of the Hsinchu Lioneers. That will be our first matchup at 2:30. And in the later game at 5 o'clock this afternoon evening is the Taipei Fubon Braves against the home Hsinchu Lioneers, of course. So once again, my name is Ryan Chen. Thank you for tuning in for this Plus League exhibition game. And of course, my special guest is sitting right next to me. My father, my dad, Dennis Chen. Hey Dad, say hello to everybody.
Hello Ryan, thank you for having me. It's wonderful to be here. And hello to everybody who's watching the game today. We hope for a very exciting afternoon.
That's right. My dad, I'll refer to him Dennis, works in the financial industry here in Taiwan and is known for starting his and playing on his company basketball team. But this isn't your first time on the broadcast for a basketball game, isn't it? You got to call a game long ago.
A long time ago. I wish I don't have to say how long ago, but yes, many years ago, one of the famous basketball or sports broadcaster actually got me in for a few minutes in one of those NBA games that he needed some help. So I was in the air for, I would say, good 10-15 minutes.
So as the players are being introduced, we would like to remind you that you're watching the Plus League. It's a brand new basketball league here in Taiwan. It's been 20 years since professional basketball was enterprise that was thought up and existed in Taiwan. So anyways, getting into the starters for the Dreamers. Dad, what do you recall from a very exciting and busy Saturday afternoon of basketball yesterday?
Well, I'll tell you, it's amazing. We haven't seen anything like this in Taiwan for a long time. Almost a full house. And the home team, Hsinchu Lioneers, certainly give us a wonderful show. But the other three teams, I think, all are excited to be in the new arena and certainly to play for the new league.
That's right. So just with the player introduction are the Formosa Dreamers, who will call Zhanghua their home. They're coached by Carl Julius from Canada, and their general manager is Han Junkai. Now for Taoyuan Puyan, they call themselves the Air Apes, which is a brand new team this year. They are led by head coach Liu Yixiang, and their general manager is a former player, perhaps one of the most famous players in Taiwan, Taishin.
Xin'an currently is the general manager for the new team. Well, I should say the new team in the league, but they are the famous Puyan. I remember Xin'an, if I remember correctly, Xin'an was the first player from Taiwan that actually got a tryout in NBA and actually play in.
So the players have made it onto the floor. Today, Puyan's got a busy schedule. They have another matchup elsewhere. So on the floor right now are, I'm counting 7 players. We'll get to know them as the game goes on, but as of right now, 10 minutes before tip-off, what do you expect to see today in the game?
Well, from a lineup standpoint, you still have Tianlei and Yang Jingmi, the two of the top Taiwanese player ever, still on the roster. So we look forward to some good minutes from them if they're playing. But some of the new guys will get a lot of chance to play. So I think everybody look forward to see Tianlei and Yang Jingmi. The other side, their best player yesterday, Shi Jinyao, am I right? I think he's injured, so he's not on the list. but they still have Chen Sijun, used to play in the Chinese Taipei national team. Got Peng Peng, one of the best big guy, and a couple of veterans. So I see a very competitive game, and I think they also wanted to show that they can also be the better team since they both lost yesterday.
That's right. The Dreamers losing to the home Lions in that 2:30 game, very exciting. Oscar Cao stole the show with his 30 points and 6 steals. Years ago, the press dubbed him the best ever high school basketball player. He's been staying in shape and finding his own pickup game since his decision to stay here in Taiwan because of COVID-19. He was a student in the United States. We'll get into that. But he really shines when he plays to the crowd, wouldn't you say?
Oh, yeah. I mean, look, this is, in Chinese, we call it 人来疯. The bigger the crowd, the better he plays, the more excited he gets, the better he plays. So I think we were very fortunate to have, to be able to see the game yesterday. But generally, I think with the crowd, with both teams, with all 4 teams going after each other, it was just an exciting afternoon. I'm, as a fan, basketball fan, Taiwanese basketball fan, I think it's been a long time. It's very, very exciting. And of course, today we will see a little bit of different matchup. But I think with yesterday, I think they're all ready to experience the excitement from close to 9,000 fans, and also at the new league.
That's right. It seems like the Dreamers might have been worn down a little bit by the extra playing time. In the Plus League, they'll be going with a 12-minute quarters for a total game time of 48 minutes, which is the same as a certain National Basketball Association across the Pacific Ocean. There'll be other rule modifications we'll get into, but seems like fatigue definitely played a factor for at least the Dreamers, certainly going down the stretch.
Well, I think to play in your home court, of course, they're probably the only team practice in this court ever, and also had pretty much the full lineup. I think that really helped them toward the end of the game. I think the other team, they kind of just checking out, I would say, what's going on. Particularly Taoyuan, they kind of decided they will play in both leagues, so they will definitely be a little bit short. But when it comes to the playing, everybody will go for it, whether you have 5 guys or you have 12 guys.
Yeah, we're getting footage of Chen Xing'an.
Yeah. Xing'an has, we mentioned he's playing time, but now I think it's fantastic that he's involving the new league and also helping the Taoyuan team to continue to build.
So, as to those new rules or modifications to the rules, mentioned before, 48-minute total game time, 12-minute quarters. Every player has 6 personal fouls to a foul out, so your 5th one, you get to continue to play. And under 2 minutes left to play in the 4th quarter, there's also 2 additional modifications to standard FIBA rules. Players themselves can call 1 timeout for each team on the floor. There's a short 30-second timeout. The players have to stay on the floor. No extra seats brought out, no bench time. Talk things over or retain a possession, maybe if a possible jump ball. And also under 2 minutes, coaches are allowed to challenge calls on the court, out of bounds, or if it's a 2 or 3, they can do that as well under 2 minutes. The point is to give the players a little bit more control of the game.
Yeah, this is definitely a pro league rules. The 12 minutes, so you actually, there are more playing time. So, and also from a fan standpoint, you get to watch.
Welcome back. I'm Ryan Chen alongside with Dennis Chen, bringing you Plus League basketball here in Taiwan with an all-English broadcast, minus the player's name, who we will read with their surname, then first given name, as is in Taiwan, traditional Mandarin. Getting a look at the sights and sounds from the court right now. There's Coach Kyle. Over on the other side, Puyuan, perhaps a little bit short-handed, but it's all right. It's an exhibition match. 2 days here in Hsinchu. Yesterday's 2 games, and 2 more today. Going through the box scores from the previous games.
Yeah, Hsinchu Lioneer fall behind quite a bit in the first half, but came back strongly in the third and fourth quarter with a very nice finish and a very good present for the local for the home court fan.
Over on the other side for the Dreamers, their top scorer, of course, was Yang Jiming. 23 points, 11 rebounds in the afternoon. Seemed to be frustrated a number of times by maybe the physical play or maybe the form that he was expecting the Dreamers to be in, but they weren't quite achieving.
Yeah, for me, number one, it's just wonderful to see Yang Jiming.
So let's get you the starting lineups.
Okay, we have Formosa, Lin Junji playing guard, Ji Songyou as another shooting guard, Lin Jingmin forward. They're going to put 2 forward, Wang Bozi and Tan Jielong as another center.
Trying to go big here for the Formosa Dreamers. Over on the other side, the Taoyuan Flying Apes.
Okay, they're going to start with Wu Jiajun at the point guard position. Chen Jinghuan, the veteran, forward. Yang Yaozong, a very good scorer at the forward. The new guy, Sun Siyao, be at the center, and Chen Guanquan be the center. Wow, they're totally matching up each other. Wow, I'm excited to see 4 200-meter guys bumping each other and having a great game.
So after our 2 preseason games here, next on the docket is November 7th and 8th at Taipei Heping Stadium, where the Fubon Braves will be playing host, getting to show off what they are able to do when it comes to a home arena and a home court feel. So it looks like things are ready to get underway. The officials for this afternoon's game, Lai Jianzong, and then Wang Litang, Yo Haoping will be the 3 officials going tonight, this afternoon, I should say. So the Flying Air Apes will be in orange, and the Dreamers will be in white. And this game gets started with Dreamers in control of the first possession.
Man-to-man to start with the game.
So trying to conduct the offense is Yang. Nice pocket pass inside, but an even better block.
Yeah.
So the Air Apes will come the other way. Getting organized over here. Wu Jiajun will be heavily involved with the team from Puyuan. So how would you describe the style of play here in Taiwan, Dad?
Well, the pace is very fast, so it's a challenge for all of the team and the players to play 8 extra minutes every game. You can see now this is already the 3rd, the 4th possession for the game. Fast pace.
Nice backdoor 2 points.
Yeah, mostly man-to-man because they wanted the defense to kind of start to initiate the offense. Good shooters. They like to shoot from outside. Not a lot of post-up.
So after a couple baskets exchanged, Dreamers up by 1, but now down by 1.
Very nice floater from Liao Zong. He's been playing very well lately.
Liao Zong is a 6'4" player, 193 centimeters. We'll try to bring you both measurements. Wambo was at that time with a power move underneath.
Probably one of the biggest big guy in Taiwan. Had a very nice high school career.
Ooh, driving. Finding himself in trouble and...
Almost a steal,
Almost a turnover, but Taoyuan gets it back. On the other side, the shot is no good. So Ji Sung-yo will get the rebound and Dreamers head the other way. Across the court. Only 10 seconds left in the shot clock on the left wing. There's a foul on the perimeter. That'll be our first kind of break in action. It was a lot of back and forth there.
Yes. That's what we talk about. It's currently the style for Taiwan basketball is play a very quick pace, man-to-man, lots of pick and roll.
So I'd like to remind you, this is Plus League basketball. The plus stands for people, player, passion, professional, and plus. We hope that we get to elevate all aspects of basketball and entertainment and put that together.
Yeah. Later on, when we have a little bit of time, we can talk about the new league, which is probably the most exciting thing for basketball since the last time Chinese Taipei won the Asian Championship.
So foul on the floor. I believe that was Jonah Morrison coming on the floor. So the Irish will inbound the ball from underneath. Now Wu attacking from the top. Pulls up, but it's short. Taoyuan retains with possession. Their big guy working inside. That's number 18. Sun Ziyao unable to hit.
I'm glad to see Sun Ziyao is, making that move. It's a very nice, classic post-up move. He just missed a little left-hander. He's been working on his game since the summer.
Another backdoor and another basket for the Dreamers. That time, Wambo with a nice pass again. He has the first assist. This time the steal going the other way. Yang from the left wing, slowing it down. Probing, finding another underneath basket. That time, Wambo was the recipient. Easy two going up. The drive by Wu and the kick out to Sun.
Oh.
That shot is money.
Nice little mid-ranger.
So the back and forth continues. Right now, 8-7 Dreamers. Cutting inside, very exciting player. Ning Junji.
Very young player. Also had a tremendous career in high school. Also in college, UVA. He's probably still underclassman to be joining the Pro League. Very fast. And
he was highlighted.
Organized the team very well.
By Jason on yesterday's broadcast, Jason Tong. An honor to get to work with him. Some fancy passing over here for the Aries.
Some nice ball movement and backdoor cut. Good quality game so far.
Hesitation movement, a fancy pass. Yang behind the head, a little razzle-dazzle.
There you go. Veteran guys, now enjoy the basketball, enjoy playing, enjoy the crowd. Wonderful.
Three-pointer on this way, rattles in and out. We shouldn't go too long before mentioning we are in Hsinchu, in Hsinchu County Arena, the adopted home now of the Hsinchu Lioneers, in cooperation with the mayor and the city officials. But before that, we'll go to break real quick, and we'll tell you all about it when we come back. You're watching the Plus League on YouTube and wherever you get the image.
Team ready, big creams, big rings, we want it. You won't forget it. We came to handle business. My whole team ready, big creams, big rings, we want it. You won't forget it. We came to handle business. My whole team
Just about halfway into the first quarter here on a Sunday. Preseason action for the Plus League. Right now, the Dreamers are talking it over, as we see on the sidelines.
Yeah, I think after the first day, both teams look relaxed. Probably more familiar with the whole surrounding. So far, this is a very nice first couple minutes of the game.
So as mentioned, this is the debut of pro basketball for Hsinchu. Shot inside is missed. Rebound controlled by the Dreamers. So a lot of hard work has been going on into upgrading the arena, renovating. Shot missed, but the rebound retained by Tianlei. Inside for the putback.
Nice another veteran. Good to see him healthy playing. Yes, Hsinchu is known for many things. Certainly not basketball. We talk about the new league. I think there's a lot of efforts been put into restart Taiwan's basketball. Used to be a powerhouse, believe it or not. Not even 7-8 years ago, Chinese Taipei won the Asian Championship. Okay, with a few guys still playing. But then since it seems like slowed down quite a bit. One of the most popular sports in Taiwan.
And it still is. There's a foul and one. Will it count?
Yeah. Maybe
yes, it will.
Yeah, maybe later on we can invite Blackie, the commissioner for the new league, for a quick chat.
Of course, Dennis is referring to Charles Chen, not related to us, but Charles Chen, the CEO of the league. His nickname is not a derogatory term. It's just maybe an imperfect translation of his nickname here in Taiwan. So the three-point play incomplete. That time, Sen Siyao at the line. He's occupying the back line of this 2-3 zone right now for the Air Apes. Jonah now on the wing, giving it off. The shot on this side, no good. That was the 18 Yang. So 14-11, the Dreamers up in this preseason game. There's Sun working underneath, but not finding the opening. Reposting, going with some power. And then some finesse. Nice footwork underneath.
Yeah, definitely showing some work this summer.
Getting a look at the action on the floor. We also get to talk about perhaps the upgrades to the arena. There's a foul on the floor, shooting.
Yeah, you look around. It's not an old stadium. However, has kind of been neglected the last few years. I think the Hsinchu Lioneers team have put together a lot of work. They got in this NBA quality of hardwood. You walk on it, you feel like you're walking on the tatami. And then, of course, the new basket. The now sound system, the chairs, everything. It's just, you kind of get a little feel of NBA. And of course, there's a lot more work to be done, but it's just a very good start. You're sitting here watching the game, looking at everybody enjoying each other. It's just this is pro league. This is professional league we're talking about.
Of course, we have to remind ourselves that COVID-19 is definitely something to be concerned about, and we are lucky to be here with a professional basketball game to call with fans in the stands because of government precautions and all the residents being part of the solution of keeping each other healthy and safe.
Yeah, it is something that we can probably talk about the whole game. To be able to pretty much have a business as usual, not just everyday life, watching a basketball game and enjoying a little bit of fun, interesting, all because of the great work by the government, by everybody in Taiwan to make sure that we battle this COVID the best way to do it. I don't think we can say we're stopping now, but at least now we can say, you know, you can kind of go on with life. And of course, cautions need to be practiced. Like everybody come into the game with a mask, checking your temperatures, and certainly register your name. Many things need to continue, but we're very happy to be able to be in where we are today.
There's some of the back and forth action. Clean block over here. That's number 10, Wang Bozi, clogging up the middle against the Air Apes. As mentioned before, Hsinchu County Stadium, not that old, built in 2005. Listed seat capacity of 8,000 as that shot is missed. Long rebound collected. It's number 7, Li Yaozong. Now up to Wu, who will control the ball. Push it away and screen. So if you see the players, maybe hard to see. Behind them are these stands that were brought in from the outside from the Lioneers organization. The seats on our side of the floor are real courtside cushy seats. That three-pointer is good. 19-15, the Dreamers.
Yeah, that was Wu Songwei just made a three-pointer. The last couple years playing in ABL, he has become one of the deadly shooters. Let's see, another one coming. Miss it. But I also want to mention Sun Xia has been playing very well today. He gets a lot of playing time. But maybe he's also inspired by his classmate, Oscar Gao Guohao, yesterday with his 30 points performance. Sun Xia is kind of not playing like a Guo Guohao today.
Another foul on the floor. Things kind of getting a little bit mucked up. Now 4 fouls for each team. Of course, the 5th foul corresponds to what we call bonus or free throw shootings. Now getting a look at some of that 3D technology featured here in the Plus League. And then Wu Songyong's 18 points last night, all on the three-point shot.
Yeah.
Very dangerous.
Yeah.
Now Wu attacking the middle, able to get the foul. So under 3 minutes left. A good game so far.
Yeah, we got a couple of veterans on the Taoyuan team. Number 23, Chen Jinghuan, probably has been playing for 16, 17 years. I think last season he retired from Jiutai, one of the SBL league teams, but decided to join Taoyuan to lead the young kids. So it's good to see him. He's known for his defense. Later on, we'll see whether he get a couple block shots and still. They have there's another player on the Taoyuan team. Also, he's also known for being a more defensive-minded team player.
Right now, the Dreamers going with a little bit of screen game to beat the zone. That pass doesn't reach the target. Another way we go. That time for the Aids leading the breakdown, Chen Jinghuan. Dishing it inside. Liao Zong fouled on the shot.
Dreamer is almost going with all the young players. But you know, this I would definitely attribute to the Dreamers and the management team, the ownership, because several years ago they started to form the team and then join the ABL, Asian Basketball League, and really set up a very nice model franchise in a way for all three other teams in the new league. How do you recruit? How do you coach? How do you build a team? Manage the client?
Fancy footwork, but there to help out his teammates. Jonah Morrison coming in with a block. Very impressive. Dreamers, founded in 2017, so not all that long ago. Was the very first franchise out of Taiwan to play in the aforementioned ABL, the ASEAN Basketball League. League of mostly Southeast Asian and eventually East Asian schools. Now Swin down the middle, but unable to corral that pass.
Whoa, good pass, good save.
And the other way we go.
Nice cut. Just missed a little bit of the finger roll. Yeah, Dreamers not the first team to play in an ABL from Taiwan, but they're the more successful one. The first team is actually in Kaohsiung, but they folded right after the first year. And last year, there's actually 2 teams from Taiwan playing in the ABL, including Fubon Braves, which we will see them later on.
Ball out of bounds, but Dreamers will retain possession after the timeout on the floor. Of course, the season this year at the ABL was cut short by COVID-19. Wish everyone that's affected will stay safe, stay healthy. Now we're getting a little bit of a view into the Dreamers huddle.
These fucking guys are going to play zone all game, so it's good practice.
Excuse coach for being a little bit into the game, into his craft.
Look, shirt pull, okay? Shirt pull, okay? 2, 3, 4.
Other side with the Air Apes. Maybe talking about some of their defensive strategies. They got burned a few times with a backdoor cut by the Dreamers.
I think that's one of the reasons they adjusting by going zone. I think it's wonderful that we have some of these top coaches actually from the world to be in Taiwan. Certainly, Coach Carr is definitely one.
Of course, the national team here in Taiwan also kind of managed by a foreign coach. Getting a shot right now. Is that Jaron Young? 6'6", kind of forward guard combo. Now on the monitor, is that Quincy Davis? Taking in the sights of the game. So let's see how the teams adjust. 3-pointer from the outside. It rattles off the board and not quite in. So 1 minute and 2 seconds left in the first quarter. And a lovely Sunday for basketball.
I think after the first 5 minutes, both teams toughen up the defense. So now it seems like the basket is tough to get back. Okay.
Look what I found.
Yeah.
That
Good
time
follow.
is Chen picking up the air ball. There's always a joke in basketball that air balls go to the offense.
Yeah, Puyan is definitely on a 2-3 zone. Let's see how the shooter can make it. They changed that. That's another 3-pointer by...
Is that Wu Song-yo?
Wu Song-wei. Yeah, sorry, we got to get his name right. He's going to make more 3-pointers, huh?
We got a lot of game left.
How long did you care?
The basket was waved off, foul on the court.
Okay.
Some physical play down low.
That's his nickname, Pong Pong, Chen Guanquan.
Pong Pong reminds me of maybe like scrunchies you'd use in the shower, perhaps. Chen Guanquan with physical play underneath and getting rewarded with 2 free throws. Makes the first one.
Good to see some of the big guys actually playing underneath instead of shooting three-pointer. Of course, in today's game, everybody needs to shoot threes, but you know, to have a little post game and actually you get the defense kind of play a little differently.
Certainly, there's maybe conflicting ideas about whether to play inside out or outside in. Taiwan is no different in experiencing some of those changes as basketball goes on in history. Not having a problem getting the ball past the halfway line, but now they're through. Now up top. And then inside. That layup's not going anywhere, and Puyin able to defend the last possession. So the score right now, Formosa Dreamers 22, and the Taoyuan Air Apes at 20. Quite an exciting back and forth. And the players and coaches will get to adjustments and see if they can pull this one off. You're watching Plus League Basketball on YouTube. Second quarter about to begin. Plus League basketball, it's professional basketball in Taiwan. Our first season of operations. A lot of it has been made about this league and the format, the teams involved, and the future prospects coming all together. So after a quarter of play, the Dreamers up by 2, 22-20. Lots of twos there on the left side. Ooh, bricks that shot. First quarter for the Dreamers, their scoring was led by Wu Songwei with 8 points. That time, that shot was bothered enough. Hong with a rebound. And the Air Apes will go the other way. On the other side, for these Air Apes, their top scorer, Sun Siyao, number 18, setting the screen right there, receiving up top, trying to find a teammate. Open shot from the right side, no good, short. In the out zone, that time with a missed shot. Leading the offense, Ding Junji. The Dreamers, again finding opportunities inside and one. That time assisted by Ji Sung-yo and Wang Bozi. Basket and a free throw coming up. Nice pocket pass and in. Skilled finish, utilizing the glass. And the free throw is in. So after the completed old-fashioned three-point play, 25-20 are the Dreamers. It is October 18th. We're still 2 months out from regular season play here in the Plus League. The start is set for December 19th. 3 second calls underneath. Sun Guanquan caught loitering, shall we say, in the paint. Right now, Puyan playing defense, still in their zone, close to me over here in our broadcast. Shot is in and out. A little different than their operations and competition with the semi-pro league we call the SBL Super Basketball League, hosted by the Ministry of Education. This time, Swin underneath, getting space. The first shot missed, but the rebound leads to free throws after a Dreamers foul. Now Yang checking in, captain for the Dreamers. 6'3", listed at guard, but playing sometimes, most of the time on the perimeter and occasionally the assignment of a big guy. Free throw is too strong. When it comes to the Plus League, we are looking at a 24-game schedule. And with now home courts and home arenas, each team will play 12 games at home. That, of course, if you do the math, means 8 matchups against each opponent. The schedule machine is still churning, but when it finally is announced, we expect all the home teams to play 2-game weekend series. Another pass inside and another easy bucket. Wang Mozi, the benefactor there, he has 11 points on the afternoon. Ball out of bounds, Dreamers ball again. As I was saying, so the home teams will play 2 games on the weekend at their home arena, and the visiting teams would swap. That way encouraging basketball fans to come out for both games. Maybe enjoy the sights and sounds of the city that the competition is being played at down. Wang up the middle, trying to find a teammate. Jumped a little too early. Always coaches say, be wary of the jump pass. Now back in the middle, unable to knock that 8-footer in. Aries moving the ball. Now underneath. Outside, that's Chen. Will he make for 3? Yes! Sun Guanquan with a wet jumper from outside. He's got inside scoring and now a bucket from beyond the arc. This other way. A 3 return right in the favor. Lin Juji. His 5th point. 3 for 5 in the books. So after 24 games played, 48 in all in the league, they're talking about a 2 versus 3 5-game series, and the winner will take the #1 overall record team in the 7-game finale finals. There's an and 1 down the middle. Wu Jiajing, there he is. Spark plug for the Air 8s. So after all that, that season is looking like other basketball leagues concluding in the springtime, closer to the early parts of summer. The free throw is good. So the zone still the Air Apes' defensive strategy of choice. Travel going against the Dreamers. That time Lin Juji called for the violation. But the Arabs give it right back. That time, 63, Peng Junyan. getting his first playing time. And working the hand fight game, to borrow a term from American football. Now, the Dreamers back on offense after turnovers going both ways. Yang had that picked away. The breakaway, can he finish? Nice move to the other side, but blown layup. Yesterday, Jason reminded the audience, we have a phrase called 放枪. Kind of just to blow it. Not a perfect translation in English. But we'll be working that out. Learning along with the audience. A layup just a little bit too hard off the glass. Now this free throw is a little too hard. So now checking the score, 30-28 Dreamers. Making that second one, 30-27 Dreamers. Substitution for the Air Apes right now, veteran Chen Sijie, play guard. Right now, helping out on the top of the zone. Cutting, but no opening. Zhen Bozi now trying to find room in the middle, but his teammates turn the ball over. Another foul on the open court. Ji Sung-yo this time. So that is 4 fouls for the Dreamers. Just 2 for the Air Apes. So getting a breather, I believe. Chen Jinhuan. Under 8 minutes left to play in this one. The early game of 2 here in Hsinchu. Lioneers, the host of this weekend's set of preseason games, will be faced up against the Taipei Fubon Braves. There's a turnover, wild pass. Now the other way. Dreamers with the opening in the corner. And the deadly Wu Songwei. I've heard his nickname is All the Way in the ABL competition. Of course, Taiwan being a fortunate country to get sports started across the world after the COVID shutdowns. Dreamers coming the other way. It all started back in May with the Chinese Professional Baseball League, the CPBL, getting underway. Although they did have to wait out some rainout games. Right now they're in their makeup schedule. There's a ball out of bounds. Errant pass. Chen Guanquan didn't realize he had leverage underneath in an opening. This time the 2 guys on the perimeter committed, but the backline player wasn't available. Let's see if the Dreamers can recreate some of that outside shooting. That time a miss. Ning Junji. On the floor, the top scorers are Wang Bozi with 11, Wu Songwei with 11 as well. But for the Air Apes, after a missed shot, right now, Sun Siyao, number 18, their top scorer. He's retreating back on defense with his teammates. The Dreamers trying to go down the middle. No luck there. Zing. Now outside to Wu Songwei. Songwei unable to hit. So the shooting percentages are definitely dropping ever so gradually. Now Chen. To Chen Sijie, Chen Guanquan, excuse me. Managing a few things here at the broadcast table. But timeout on the floor for Taoyuan Air Apes. Try to get things reorganized. Down by 6, 33-27. Other tidbits about the Plus League and other things. Hi everyone, back here in Hsinchu. Dennis, you had a word with the commissioner. How excited is he for the first weekend of preseason games?
Well, commissioner is very emotional. I think this is something that he dreamed about it for a long time because he's been revolving the Zhanghua Dreamers. Now he has a chance to really organize and grow this new things. He's very emotional. We're glad someone with his background. Oh, by the way, he played basketball too. He one time played for the Chinese Taipei national team as well. And now,
in our conversation, shot clock violation by the Air Apes.
yeah. So now he has a chance to really build something, not just for himself, but for everybody in Taiwan, from a basketball standpoint, from a sports standpoint, but also taking Taiwan, the name and everything to another level. So he's very emotional, and I think most of the fans are probably are too.
I mentioned during a previous segment that the idea is for home teams to play 2 games consecutively on Saturday and Sundays, maybe encouraging people from outside of that host city to come explore the sights and sounds. A great opportunity for business as well.
Yeah, I think just like Chinese professional baseball league, now we finally will have a chance to play home court as well as away. We can talk a little bit about what's the difference of playing in the tournament and playing at home and away.
For sure. The aforementioned CPBL currently in its rainout schedule. Yesterday, the brothers defeating the Rakuten Monkeys in a tight race where the first half champion brothers are having a chance to take the second half as well, which will include a lot of perks, including the first of 7 games victories. Right now, Kyle is trying to organize his team right in front of the LED boards, which is a very cool feature of the Plus League here in Hsinchu. Nice exposure for our sponsors and the businesses that involved with Hsinchu Lioneers operations. Anyway, so in the CPBL, they're getting close to the end of their season. Very exciting race to the finish between the Fubon Guardians, yes, exactly related team, same parent company as the Fubon Braves, the basketball team. And not the Lioneers, but the Tongyi 7-11 Lions. So, back to the action. Possession for the Dreamers, a little bit of a scramble, but they retain. 11 seconds on the shot clock. There's Yang with a deep shot. 3-pointer is no good. Anyway, so for the 2 teams on the court, the Formosa Dreamers actually playing out of Zhanghua in the upcoming season.
Yeah, it's a wonderful story that Zhanghua is another famous Taiwan city. Nice 3-pointer. It's a very nice city, known for many things, but not basketball. But with the ownership and all of the management team and the players, they have really bring Zhanghua to the map. That one of the success factors for the ABL, because it's city against city, country against country, and Zhanghua actually for a while was representing Taiwan.
Very impressive work. He'll be looking for the support of residents and fans of basketball down there. Show their love for the players and for the league. On the other hand, the Taoyuan Air Apes will, or should I say Puyuan, excuse me for the mix-up. I keep on referring to Taoyuan because that's the monkey's name in Mandarin.
Yeah.
It's kind of confusing because the city name is Taoyuan, the team name is Taoyuan.
Yeah. But I think it makes sense that, you know, both teams with the same Chinese name in a way, but Taoyuan is actually now it has become one of the biggest city in Taiwan. Had lots of things, airports, infrastructure, agriculture, tours, everything. So to have Puyuan to associate with Taoyuan, I think it really helped to give them the visibility, as well as another fun thing to do in Taoyuan. By the way, there's a lot of new shopping mall in Taoyuan. Maybe you and I can check it out later on.
Maybe we could on our way home. Right outside Taoyuan International Baseball Stadium. I've had the honor to broadcast CPBL games in English for Friday night games on behalf of 11 Sports Taiwan. That shot is missed, and crowded rebound, but the Air Apes retain possession. A little bit of a nervy moment there. Now Chen Sijie going down low. Not a free throw. The layup missed. Dreamers on the break. Wu Songwei unable to hit. Seems like he might be a little bit better from the left corner than the right, but as we learn his game, we'll learn those nuances. The arc is a large arc.
Yeah, sorry, Ryan. I think both teams are trying to adjust to the new, I wouldn't say new rule, but certainly the referees. We have 12 professional referees that were dedicated full-time now for the league. So I think both referees and the players are learning.
There's a missed shot.
It seems that the referee is letting them play a little bit. So it's good not to hear the whistle, but on the other hand, I think that everybody's trying to figure out the detail.
Yep, officiating was not something missed at all on the league. They spent a lot of time working with the officials and the committees on rules. Look out. A couple players on the floor. Jump ball. Looks like it'll be for the Dreamers, who will retain possession. Besides the opening tip, we don't anticipate any other jump ball situations.
Yeah, it's always alteration, right?
So, of course, players learning the new rules, shall we say modifications to the rules, and learning of the officials as well. All veteran guys, but maybe with different instructions and different ideas for how the league works. That little bump, but not called a foul. Air Apes going the other way.
Yeah, it looked like the referee is not going for these. What will be like the fake move or foul that actually never happened.
There's a foul underneath, though. So now the Puyuan kind of attacking the glass on this end, the Air Apes.
So what, Ryan, we were talking about the Dreamers. Of course, we have the Fubon Braves that play in Taipei. We don't have to talk. We don't have to really introduce Taipei. And they played in a very nice new stadium as well. Then, of course, it's a Hsinchu we talk about, known for science, the Taiwan Silicon Valley. Hsinchu actually is the sister city of Cupertino, which is also a high-tech town. Now, of course, Hsinchu have a basketball team, and maybe it will start to grow into many other things as well. Shopping mall, more hotels. So when we come to Hsinchu to watch a game, we get to stay here for a night. Lots of things to do. Good food in Hsinchu. Place to go.
Big guy Chen Ganchen, 7-point. But then the Dreamers come back. Lin Zhuji with a three-pointer. So now the score is 38-32. 6-point advantage to the Dreamers. Right before half, with about 33 seconds left, I'd like to remind everyone that Hsinchu is actually a county and a city, close to 1 million population combined. There's a nice layup by Wu Jiajun. So 20 seconds left. Anticipate this being the last shot for the Dreamers, however they want to go about it. Dribbling the clock out there, number 11. Lin Zhuji getting the ball back. Trying to find room in the middle. Number 18 off the mark. Hsinchu unable to hit. So 38-34 will be our score at half. This is game 3 of 4 in the Plus League warm-up games here in Hsinchu, the debut. The Lion's Den, shall we say. Both teams playing a tight game, evenly matched. We anticipate even more good things coming up in the second half. Thank you for tuning in. We'll be right back. Enjoy halftime. Back here as the festivities continue in Hsinchu County Arena. Right now a shooting contest going on the floor, but with regards to the game so far, the Dreamers taking advantage of the Air Apes over aggression on defense, getting out to that early lead. And now they're in the scrappy Air Apes, able to hang into this game. Right now, taking a look at the stats on your screen. Shooting just about even. 13 for 39 for the Air Apes, 15 for 43 for the Dreamers. The three-pointers, advantage ever so slightly to the Dreamers, who have 5. Well, 3 to Air Apes. On the boards, the Air Apes actually have 32 to the Dreamers of 23. For in regards to assists, the Dreamers are ahead 11 to 5. And for some nice symmetry, when it comes to turnovers, the Air Apes are ahead 11 to 5. Well, in a category that is not so good for trying to get ahead in basketball games is the turnover rate. We also see younger players getting a chance to show themselves off. Musongwei knocking in threes from deep, danger. Hsinchu able to organize the offense for the Dreamers as well. And of course, big guy, Wang Bozi, clogging up the middle and finding some nice openings for his teammates. There we have the top scorers for the Dreamers. Wang Bozi at the top, Wu Songyong-wei right with him at 11 points. Hsinchu with 8. Veteran Tianlei with 4. Ji Sung-yong just 2 so far in the night, but plenty of game left. On the other side, for the Taoyuan Air Apes, Linghang Yuan, Wu Jiajun with 9 points. Sun Siyao with 8. Other big guy, Chen Guanquan with 7. Liang Zhong with 5. Hong Junyi with 3. Sure hope that their shooting is a little bit more accurate than what's going on the floor right now. This Plus League is brand new for everyone working the operations and certainly the players on the floor. Haven't been in Hsinchu County Arena for a basketball of this high level, this high quality. As the paying fans slowly make their way in, I anticipate some of those popular linears getting all the attention and all the eyeballs. So just about 9 minutes left in halftime. We'll be back in a little bit with some more Plus League action. Stick around or take a break. Welcome back to our broadcast of Plus League basketball. Right now, the winners of the half-court, or shall I say the on-court competition with the volunteer fans who are trying their hand at some basket shooting and some skill competition, are part of the experience when coming to a high-level basketball game, a professional game. With about 6 minutes left in the halftime break. Right now we're seeing more and more of the fans come into the arena. There's, I believe, Quincy Davis, an American who has acquired a ROC or Taiwan citizenship status and has actually been a featured player on the Chinese Taipei national team. Some other faces in the crowd. If you're ever confused, Taiwan is the island that we live on. And Chinese Taipei is the name we use in competitions internationally. Before we break down any more, let's review some of the highlights. There's Wu with a beautiful step back after a crossover. Able to get everything in the shot right, and there's some of the backdoor we're talking about. There's Yang, the recipient. Now from the outside, Wang Bozi skillfully getting his teammates open off the dribble. Then there's underneath hook shot. And the recipient of that, probably the play of the game right there, Yang, cutting through the middle with a behind the head dish. Their time is Sun Siyao from the inside, now outside. Right on top of the key, 2-pointer. The Air Apes, big guys showing off their inside and outside game. Kind of a look what I found. Chen Jinghwan's put back for 2. Strong move down the middle. There's our guy, Wang Bozi. Leading, tied for the lead in points for the Dreamers. His teammate from the perimeter, Wu Songyue, the sharpshooter with 11 points as well. There he is, his best spot from the left corner. So as we wrap up these highlights, and I'm keeping an eye on the clock, about 4 minutes left in the halftime break. We'll have second half action coming soon. And of course, at 5 o'clock, the marquee matchup. Hsinchu Lioneers taking on the Taipei Fubon Braves. We'll be right back. Plus League action. Thanks for sticking with us. We're in our halftime break so far. Dennis, over on the camera right now, just for a brief second, mentioned that Hsinchu City is sister cities with Cupertino, California. It must have a lot of sisters as well, because I looked it up. They're also sister cities with Beaverton, Oregon, Cary, North Carolina, Richland, Washington, Plano, Texas. Those are the cities that sister cities with Hsinchu City in the United States. Also on this list is Miyazaki Prefecture in Japan. Excuse me, this is the Okayama Prefecture. We'll get to Miyazaki Prefecture later. Porto Priscilla in the Philippines. Fairfield in Australia, and probably more recently, Ariai, Palau. When it comes to Hsinchu County, where the stadium is located, your sister cities with the aforementioned Miyazaki Prefecture in Japan, close to where I live, Santa Clara, California, where I was living, and Westmont, Illinois, and Ipswich, Australia. Getting the footage of the Dreamers heading back on the court. As a reminder to all the fans out there, Plus League basketball, 48-minute quarters, 48-minute games, excuse me. I got getting a little too excited. Only 12-minute quarters, sparing everyone the agony. 6 personal fouls is a foul out, not the traditional standard FIBA's 5 fouls for a foul out. And of course, under 2 minutes left in the game. We need to correct our image card. Under 2 minutes left to play in the 4th quarter of the entire game as well is a coach's challenge that they can issue. Have the referees, officials check the monitors for out of bounds or 3-point, 2-pointers, whatever they see fit. And of course, 30-second short player timeouts as well. Coaches have no control over, but of course, I'm sure we'll give them instructions as to the guidelines of how to go about calling those timeouts. Checking out the box scores from the first half over for the Dreamers. Right now, leading them in points, aforementioned Wang Bozi, Wu Songyou. They've committed 12 team fouls to the Air Apes 8 and have 10 assists to the Air Apes 6. What stands out on the rebounding side, 32 for the Air Apes, only 24 for the Dreamers. Now going through the shots, they do lead by 44. Hence the advantage for the Air Apes. So enough about that. Pretty soon we'll see the first shot go up in the second half. Plus league action here. Starts off with number 7 for the Air Apes, knocking in that long shot. Liao Zong. Now the Dreamers heading back. Dennis talking to the paying crowd. What are some thoughts that are early thoughts for what's going on Sunday so far?
I'll tell you what. I started to see the crowd coming in. It's wonderful. I think that you will see a much, well, definitely higher scoring game because after the first half, they test each other. I think anyone who come in early this afternoon is definitely is enjoying the game. I really look for a very competitive second half because look at the score, it's almost tied.
Of course, the three-pointer by Liao Zong getting us to a 1-point game. Right now, the Dreamers are up by 1, 38-37. Here's Coach Kyle.
I think for Dreamers, everybody played fairly evenly. Oh, nice steal.
The free run to the hoop.
Wow, Chen Jinghuan, here's a player I talk about, is known for his defense. Got a freebie, an easy layup. I'm glad he made me look good with that steal.
We appreciate all the players on the court for putting in the hard work, but especially those who make us look good. Certainly something that is very common with baseball broadcasts, our broadcasters jinx, but of course, baseball, sport of failure, basketball, maybe a little bit closer to a make or miss league where 50% shooting percentage is your gold standard. Anticipate the competition getting to a higher level ever so.
On the other hand, I think Taoyuan seem to focus mainly 5 or 6 guys played more minutes than the others. We'll see how they last in the second half.
Sun Xiao with a spin move, but unable to finish. Right now for the Air Apes. Chen Sijie waiting to get subbed into the game. Out of bounds. And he'll get the chance. Substitute in. Hsinchu, with of course probably most known for the Liufuzun amusement park.
Yeah, you grow up in that park, right?
That's right.
Yeah, and then I think it's Liufuzun as well as the Xiaorenguo. It's another famous attraction that kids love to go. Well, parents love it too because you guys all become so nice in that park.
But perhaps maybe essential for the development of the P-League, the Plus League, and the three-pointer made by Jonah Morrison from the right corner. Important for development of the league too is also the technology park and the technology environment that's in Hsinchu, you mentioned.
Yes, I think it's incredible how Hsinchu had come along from a science park and making Taiwan the capital of the semiconductor. Really boosted the economy.
We'll talk about a lot of other things that Taiwan will stand out on as well, but before that, we have a timeout on the floor. We'll be back real quick for Plus League basketball. 41-41 tie here. We are 3 minutes into this Plus League game. Joining me right now is Quan. Quan, say hello to the global audience.
All right. Hi, guys. Thanks for having me.
So Quan, I'm assuming you're a basketball fan.
I am. I actually started my own podcast a few months ago on basketball.
Well, we won't spend too much time on it, but what is it called?
It's called Hooptopia. Lancho Utobang for anyone interested.
Okay, enough of that.
Yep.
So Quan, do you have any maybe past memories or impressions of the Taiwan game of basketball?
Oh yeah. About 6 or 7 years ago, when I was still in Taiwan, I used to go to the Jones Cup every year. So seeing guys like P.LEAGUE really brings back the memories. It's some sort of nostalgic value to me.
Jones Cup, of course, is the invitational that Taiwan has put on for many years. Started in 1977, but fell on the floor. I should definitely break that down with Dennis later on. He was a longtime volunteer of the league. Right now we have Quan on hand. Quan, what's your last name?
Lee.
Quan Lee on hand. I'm Ryan Chen, of course. Bringing you Plus League basketball in a full English broadcast. For any of you fans who are a little bit Milu, there's also the Mandarin broadcast on YouTube. So right now the Dreamers with a missed shot. Even game so far. So Quan, when you watch basketball, what's your favorite part of the game?
My favorite part of the game, it's got to be the competition, right? That might be a very old school thought, and yeah, but it's got to be the competition, right?
So, competitive flavor. Does that mean you don't like free agency very much?
You mean especially nowadays? I can't say I hate it. You know, star-studdedness is also, it's a draw to the game. But I do prefer when the league was more equal, so to speak.
And when you were speaking of leagues, perhaps an NBA expert, recently the Los Angeles Lakers, of course, basketball fans would know, have just won the 2020 Bubble Championship.
Yes, sir.
The craziest of circumstances, but we have to applaud the NBA for putting together the bubble and sticking things out before the end of the year.
Yeah, Adam Silver's got to be the real MVP here, right? You look at the NFL, the National Football League, and how many confirmed cases they have in COVID, and you compare that to the NBA, and the NBA is a real successful case in the North American sports.
The Injury G with a made 3. Now the Air Apes up by 2, so cutting that deficit down just every so bit. Of course, to get the other sports involved, Major League Baseball saw its share of cases partway through the season, but have made adjustments, and now the Astros have been eliminated by the Tampa Bay Rays, who would be advancing to the World Series. On the other side, the Game 7 in the National League will get underway tomorrow, Taiwan time, in the morning. There's a look, what I found, opening shot by Captain En Jiming. So Quan, what are some interesting thoughts on the game in the second half so far?
Well, they shot a lot of threes in the first half, right?
That's right.
I was surprised at how many threes Taiwanese basketball, like the Taiwanese league, shot. And let's see if they diversify their offense a little bit in the second half.
Now, Chen Jinhuan with a made shot. Now, Arias with another chance. There he is again. The pass. Will he make it? Foul on the floor. Jonah kind of get caught flat-footed. Now, Quan, do you have any playing experience of your own? Yesterday we had on famous Jason Tang Zizong.
Just casually.
Just casually?
Yeah, just casually. Not so much now with the rain and all that stuff.
So it sounds like maybe you're a blacktop kind of player.
Yeah, at most.
Can't say so much for myself. Right now, 2 free throws for the veteran Chen Sijie, missing the first. We talked about reasons why basketball is so popular in Taiwan. I think one reason is certainly the availability of courts. Most of the time in Taiwan on the track and field, it's really hard to grow grass in the middle of the field, so they pave it with concrete. And besides dodgeball, what else are you going to put up? Basketball hoops.
Yep.
What's your favorite place to play?
I gotta say Taida in Taipei, right? That for me and Zhongqiang Gongyuan near Xiangshan, the popular spots.
Taida is the famous National Taiwan University, located kind of in the closer to the southern part of Taipei City proper. Currently the site for Super Basketball League play for a little bit before they move on to other parts of the city. There's a pass inside, but go out of bounds. As we saw there, just a little bit more physical play that the referee is letting go. Of course, Plus League basketball, 6 personal fouls, but you got to make it last for the extra 8 minutes, 48 minutes of total game time. How do you think the players in Taiwan will cope with that extra time in the game?
With the extra time?
That's right, 12-minute quarters here in the Plus League, more than the 10 minutes traditionally played in Taiwan or in FIBA, international basketball.
Yeah, well, stamina would be key, right? Stamina would be key, and we'll see how the players will hold up in the second half.
As we mentioned, the Dreamers kind of getting run out a little bit by the Hsinchu Lioneers. Their guards, young guards, very active, even out of a 2-3 zone. Kind of rare to see a lot of steals, a lot of turnovers in there. Before we get to that, we had another timeout on the floor by the Dreamers. Right now, down 46-55.
Mountain comeback.
So, Quan, how long have you been running your podcast?
Since late March, early April, and it's been going. It's been going pretty well. We're doing it on a weekly basis, and we're on Spotify and Apple Music for anyone interested.
Soft if we can.
Getting a little peek into the Dreamers bench.
When Gary gets stuck on a guard, load up, help.
I don't think I need to translate for the English-speaking audience when we're in the Dreamers timeout for most part.
Offensively, I want man offense. Listen for it. I don't want zone offense. You're not doing a good job. You're not executing.
So it seems like the Korean Air Apes are able to catch the Dreamers occasionally,
and when you have a closeout, attack the closeout.
not helping each other out, not getting the team defense together. Can you believe it? The Dreamers committed, I saw 35 turnovers in yesterday's game. Have you ever seen that high of a rate?
My friend and I was just talking about that. That's got to be a world record or something, right?
Snap offense. Let's go. Come on, let's go.
Of course, broadcasting to an international audience, a global audience, we're considering maybe worldwide stats. It might be a little bit unfair, as we mentioned. Plus League basketball has got the 48-minute total game time. So maybe we need to use the more standard fare 36 minutes of average time.
per 36, right?
Per 36. I really like that stat. It's really fair evaluation. There's Tianlei from the left corner, and that jumper is wet. Without dating ourselves, I think it's fair to say Tianlei was a player making a name for himself, very popular, very skilled player, big guy, also with a perimeter game, even when we were maybe young basketball fans.
That was especially we were back in the day, right?
Of course. On this side, Yang Jimin with a foul. I'm kind of getting a little echoing of fans from the side of the arena, the court, getting a word in. Jimin just with a look of recognition. So the Air Apes, with 14 seconds on the shot clock, will get their offense going again with a 7-point lead. Turning the ball over. Yang with the ball now. Over the left side, of course, who is that? Wu Songwei. Unable to hit. So, Quan, who else is with you here today to take in this Plus League game?
Well, I have my family with me, my dad and my brother. Shout out to them.
Retaining possession over here are Taoyuan Air Apes.
The Dreamers ditched their 2-3 zone.
Creating a little too many open shots Right now we'll have a timeout on the floor, this time for Taoyuan Air Apes. Well, before we get into the rest of the action with 3 minutes and 30 seconds left in the third quarter, of course, Quan runs a podcast. I run a podcast as well, Taiwanese Pro Ball. Up until now, just covering the CPBL, which we highlighted in the previous segments. Now a chance to listen in on the Air Apes timeout.
你在这边，你在这边，你挡他，你2，对，你来接球，然后做过了。
Talking about a set play that they're trying to establish.
好吗？你往同个方向走，然后阿燕传给他之后，阿燕传什么
A very specific play that they're running. Without the board, kind of hard to tell what's going on.
他带过来跟你看到符，然后你可以切，然后阿燕去挡他，让他来这边接。
Seems like the coach is drawing up maybe an option play with opportunities at any point in the shot clock. Only 7 seconds left. Remind everyone that the Taoyuan Air Apes are led by their general manager, former player. You probably, of course, know Taishin. He's somewhere around, actually right behind the bench off to the side. So Quan, I think it's standard fare for any broadcaster to go on air to talk about his favorite Taiwanese food.
My favorite Taiwanese food?
Of course. What do you got?
I gotta say beef noodle. I missed that when I was in the States. They never make, you know, traditional Taiwanese beef noodle there. So it's my go-to when I come back every time.
Peng Jinyan able to execute off the coach's out-of-bounds play. Beef noodle soup, 牛肉面. Of course, very popular. There used to be competitions between the restaurants at festivals and whatnot for the best beef noodle soup in town.
Wait, do they not have that anymore?
It's kind of been on and off, and certainly with COVID, it would be a little bit of a concern. We encourage all the paying crowd, the fans, and the audience to go try out beef noodle soup. It's pretty simple. Noodles, broth, beef, of course. You gotta put in a little bit of vegetables, keep your balanced diet, balanced nutrition. On the outside, Tianlei making the basket, and Dreamer's heading down again. Yang with the fancy footwork, and the layup is good.
Scoop layup.
Kind of taking liberties with the what we call Sanbu Sanglan in Mandarin. Probably seen that in various publications like Slam Dunk Guanlan Gaoso. One of my favorites growing up. Off to the side of the board, that was Peng. Wu from the top, unable to hit. Wu Songwei. Now for the Braves, Wu Jiaqun conducting offense. Kind of spreading it out right now. Open shot from the left side is no good. Sun able to corral, Sun Ziyao able to corral the rebound, but no luck with the putback. So Quan, any thoughts on the bubble tournament that just took place? The bubble tournament.
Oh, the bubble tournament. Well, a lot of people are saying that there should be an asterisk on this year's NBA champ because of the bubble tournament. But I'd say that this year has been especially difficult, and the defending champ should deserve more recognition, if anything.
That's true. Being in isolation pretty much for so long has definitely got to take a toll, not only physically, continuing to play basketball so late in the year when they're used to getting things done in late May and early June. Yeah, I think a lot has to be said too for, of course, you mentioned Adam Silver, but everyone in the league being in the bubble for more than 100 days.
The longest season ever.
Certainly it'll be interesting to see how they get organized for the 2021 season. Maybe not so much 2020 to 2021.
Yeah.
Whereas basketball, you usually put together 2 years.
Yep.
But next year, maybe there'll be more of a baseball season. 1 year, one calendar year.
Yeah, we'll see how the negotiations go.
There's a three-pointer made, of course. Wu Songwei probably favoring the left side. Quan, do you have a preferred side to shoot the basketball from? Left, right, or center?
Well, I'm a right-handed guy, so I'm more dominant on the right side.
There's a pass inside before getting out of bounds. Sun Guanshan with a nice pass. Now Wu unable to knock that one down. So with 40 seconds left on the clock, Tianlei unable to hit. Good effort, but that rebound unable to be collected by number 0 for the Dreamers. Chen Zijie. So Khan, thanks for coming on. We get to check out the 3D technology, Musongwei's three-pointer. So Quan, thanks for coming on. We really look forward to Plus League action and the excitement of a professional league in Taiwan, wouldn't you say?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And thank you for having me on.
So the clock was running. I don't believe that was a part of Plus League basketball, but we're still working out the kinks.
Yep.
Now we're at 10 seconds left. Dreamers trying to organize on offense. Cut in the pass, still not open. Looks like time will run out. So the score now 51-55. Taoyuan Air Raids in the lead. Game 3 of Plus League basketball. We'll be back after a short break and continue on with the action. Of course, make sure the audience knows at 5 o'clock, the Hsinchu Lioneers will be taking on the Taipei Fubon Braves. Coming up soon. We'll be back after a break.
职业篮球队誓师大会正式开始。我们想告诉大家，我们一切都是来真的。
这个城还靠一支球队，我们非常高兴，我们的家乡终于有了一支职业球队。
我相信呢，这一天呢，是我们台湾篮坛呢史上呢相当重要的一天。我们将一起呢写下新竹工程师最精彩的第一章。
The last frame, game 3 of the preseason Plus League action here in Hsinchu County's stadium. We thank Quan for being on and joining our broadcast. There's a steal on the floor. Number 60, Peng. Dishing off to Chen Sijie. Now back to Peng. He attacks the middle. Unable to hit, but his teammate getting the board, Chen Jinghuan. And we welcome back Dennis Chen.
Good to be back. Thank you, Ryan.
Really exciting to have Quan on. And I hope he can maybe perhaps get some podcast content down for the Plus League.
Absolutely. I think the goal for P.LEAGUE is to aim for NBA. It may not get there soon or quickly, but I think there's a lot of things.
There's a nice spin move and layup by Tianlei.
Good to see Tianlei is still very active. I think he's one of the most popular players.
You know, Quan actually mentioned the Jones Cup. And so, of course, with you on air, I think this is definitely something we should definitely expand upon. The Jones Cup here in Taiwan. What do you, what involvement did you have and what impressions do you have of the Jones Cup?
This is many years ago when Taiwan decided to get back to the arena of world basketball. Then the president of the FIBA Association, Dr. William Jones, said, I will support you, but the best way is to just, you need to invite the international team to participate. We figured the best way to do is calling a Chinese Taipei or Taiwan Cup, which is called a William Jones Cup invitation. We had US, we have Sweden, we have Japan, Korea. That's how Taiwan, little by little, moved back to the international scene of basketball. I was fortunate to be in charge of the reception in the very first time because one of my professors was in charge of the tournament. So a couple of my classmates and I, host the visiting team. That was experience that lasts for a long time and certainly and helped me with many aspects of my life.
Of course, being a receptionist, I think at that time you already had to start working on your English.
That definitely helped. That was one of the main purposes. And of course, some of my classmates say, well, you only want to do the women's team. I say, no. I do them all. But to have a chance to speak English, practice, and that's just something that I would encourage many of the Taiwanese youth to try to be involved. Things that get to expand your language and language ability, and as well as your international
perspective. Yeah. Of course, referring to Dr. Renata William Jones, British promoter of basketball, born in 1906. The league began in 1977, which was 45.
Yeah, at the prime time, Jones Cup actually have Chris Marlin, Karl Malone in representing United States. You can imagine Hall of Fame, NBA Hall of Fame actually involving coming to Taiwan, playing in the Jones Cup.
Incredible. Yeah. According to the past records, a representing team for the United States of America has won the men's side 15 times. Actually, South Korea women have won the tournament 12 times. These teams could be university teams. They could be club teams. Some of them are national teams. It's just a fun time on the basketball courts.
And in the beginning, the interesting part is some of the teams from Europe. They were kind enough to come, but on the other hand, it was not a very popular sport in those countries. So they formed an all-star team from their semi-pro league, and half of the members are American players. So you feel like you have 4 or 5 American teams playing in the Jones Cup. But of course, those are very good players. That really helped Taiwan Taiwan players to be able to compete internationally. But of course, the most watched and the most exciting games is always Chinese Taipei with Korea and with Japan. And they're usually full house. I mean, it's just incredible. It's fight. And every game is close game, not until the last minute. Both teams, Korea, Taiwan, and Japanese, they all want to beat each other so badly. It's many classic were from those competitions.
Similar vein, reflecting the intense competition of the baseball, national baseball teams. There, we're getting a replay of Jonah Morrison with the wet jumper. Right now, the score is the Dreamers down by 6. 62-68 for the Taoyuan Air Apes.
I think it's, Ryan, it's funny you also mentioned baseball. It is, to be able to compete for your country, sometimes city to city. I think that's what all sports is all about. It's, it's London competing with the Livermore, and you have Milan competing with Rome. I think these are the things that I think the P-League is wanted to bring. Is you have a home court, I mentioned before. You compete for your city. The fan is from the city. When you go to other city, you can feel that hostility in a way, but on the other hand, you will also become very. You should be, really help you to raise up your game as well. So this is the new league is all about home court, away. Get the home fan going and really help to build the city.
Now we have technical free throws on the floor against Jonah, who had a chance to break away for an open layup. So right now, free throws and a possession. So looking back a little bit on the history of Chinese Taipei basketball, Taiwan basketball, ROC basketball, whichever. 3 appearances in the Olympics, way before even us. 1936 in Berlin, 1948 in London, 1956 Melbourne, Australia. So more recently, Jason Tung brought up the 2013 defeating China for Chinese Taipei in one of the Asian competitions.
Yeah, I think back in the days, really early stage, when the government, Taiwan government first moved to after the World War II, moved to Taiwan. The Taiwan team did show up at the world stage well, but then I think the latest we can talk about is 2013 winning the Asian Championship. Tianlei was in the team, Yang Jingmin was in the team, and a couple other guys from the Braves today probably won't play. Lin Zijie and those are, and Quincy Jones we mentioned, our first converted the foreign players. Beating China anytime it's tough, but during the Asian Cup, but that was really the prime for Chinese Taipei the last 10 years. And we thought that will really bring the Taiwan basketball to the next level, but unfortunately, it was downward since. The league, the international competitions, and everything. Now, P.LEAGUE is going to, we'll hope that P.LEAGUE will bring the Taiwan basketball back to the good old days again.
So, Hong Junyan with a steal, getting the Monkeys the Air Apes another opportunity on offense. Checking out the score, it's 73-66. And a nice pass, nice find. Tan Jinghuan. Sun Ziyao with the assist. So you got to make lemonade out of lemons. COVID-19 has certainly been even more than a disappointment, heartbreaking really, for what's going on around the world. But Commissioner Chen, Charles Chen, and his team putting together this Plus League competition. And like you said, with regards to international competition, perhaps we can be in Asia what is going on in Europe with regards to football or their basketball competition, domestic and international as a mix. There's a nice touch three.
Yeah, you got the shooter's touch.
Wu Songwei, this time from the right corner. Now just a three-point game. Taoyuan Air Apes call timeout. Ling Hang Yuan is a play on words. We'll let you know when we come back from break. Plus League basketball. 5 minutes left.
Game.
Team ready.
Welcome back, all you listeners, viewers out there. I'm Ryan Chen, along with Dennis Chen, on the call for Game 3 of 4 this weekend for Plus League basketball. Right now, Taoyuan Air Apes working on a 3-point lead. Nice cut and finish. That time, Chen Sijie able to finish at the rim. Chen Sijie listed at only 176 centimeters. That's 5'9" for the imperial scale. This time, looking like a intentional putback. Wang Bozi powering his way to the hoop and getting one more rebound as well to boot. This time a foul in the front court. Yang Sen-yen with the foul. Getting a replay of that one. Just bumping Chen Sijie out of the way. Now trying to return the favor. Sun Siyao, pardon me, but he was out of bounds that time. Right now, some Dreamers kind of approaching foul territory. Number 13, Tan Zilong and Yang Sen-xian with 4 fouls apiece. Currently, no one with the Air Apes has more than 3. And some words exchanged over here. This is the Yao. Thinking he was put at a disadvantage there. So that's his 4th foul. 4 as a team against the Air Apes. 4 minutes and 28 seconds left in the quarter, in the game. There's Yang from the corner. Unable to hit. That one was in and out. We hope you enjoyed Dennis going over some Jones Cup action. Of course, thanks to Kwon for bringing that up. Ooh, strong down the middle, but unable to finish. Got bumped after the shot. Dreamers coming down the other way. Number 11, Junjuji. And hitting the 3. So now down by 1 are the Dreamers. Kind of in the territory of the extra 8 minutes here in the Plus League. That ball hits the LED boards in the baseline. Look out for the VIP fans over on my side taking in the ball game. On the opposite side are the press row. So on the side the Air Apes are defending. Press row over there. Yang looking for an opening. Ball getting away, but a foul on the floor. Some friendly gesturing over there. That time, Chen Jinghuan committing the foul, and that's the 5th as a team. Free throws coming up. He kind of got both hands wrapped around the ball holder. So after that foul, Junjuji will shoot 2. Misses that first one, off iron to the left. Executing down the stretch will be key, including the free ones. That one finally rolls in. Coach Kyle, Julius trying to get his team to even up their record in this warm-up preseason games. Nice pass and underneath. Wang Bozi running the floor and getting rewarded.
He's been playing really well. 16, 17 points, 8 rebounds, and 2 assists. Wow, we finally see Wang Bozi playing to his potential.
Right now, 3 players on the Dreamers with 17 points. Junjuji, Wu Songyao as well. So,
I think what we find common in the last 3 games is toward the end, scores tied. everybody's actually playing another notch higher. Exciting game. Now stadium is getting full for the next game. It's really exciting.
Run it all the way.
So with under 3 minutes to go.
Okay, one possession on offense. On offense, we're gonna go 21 on defense, but on offense, special. Okay, special. Amigo, drive, right? X, screen, right? Special.
阿燕，你要记得还有一次哦，短暂停，2分后还有一个，我没有暂停的，只能用短暂停。
Kyle Julius, famous ball player from Canada, currently enjoying his time coaching, developing the players here in Taiwan. Dreamers in white, Taoyuan Puyuan Air Apes in orange, making their name in the SBL circuit. Right now, turning the ball over out of the timeout. Certainly got to be frustrating for the coach. Dennis, do you have any coaching experience?
I do. You know, I started by coaching elementary. I teaching actually kindergarten. I don't know whether you can count that as a coaching, but I guess in my mind, I can probably coach like Popovich. But I do. I enjoy the game. I enjoy the psychological part of the game and the excitement. I can do without the heartache. But this is now man-to-man. Crunch time.
Jonah Morris putting on the pressure and forcing that brick. Way off that time. Hong Junyan unable to finish. Now Yang, who blew a wide open layup on the other end, getting some attention on offense.
Here we go.
Popping out. Number 11. Lin Zhuji unable to hit as well. Seems like the fatigue is kind of setting in ever so slightly.
Got 2 minutes to go. 2-point game.
There's a pass to the corner, a little obstructing for our view. There's Peng from up top. Not so much. The Puyuan attaining possession. Uh-oh, that time.
Oh, wow.
Wang Bozi committing the foul.
The smallest guy got the rebound. That tells you when you hustle, anything can happen. Chen Sinian, Lao Jiang. You know, guys have been playing for a long time.
Getting the foul
as well
on,
as the national team.
Getting that foul on the bear hug. Wang Bozi trying to fight for possession. So now that the Air Apes will get their attack going from the baseline. No
just
good.
to miss the layup.
Junsia unable to finish the play there. Now down by 2 are the Puyuan Air Apes. Dreamers passing the ball around the perimeter. Now setting up. 10 seconds left in the shot clock. Morrison with another 3.
Well, I'm telling you, I'm impressed. He's been really working on his shots.
In Chinese, his name is Han Jielong. He has 11 points.
His coach at University of British Columbia probably wishing that he can go back to play for the varsity this year. Exciting game, exciting finish. 1 minute and 7 seconds to go, 5-point game.
So it looks like we have one of the special player called timeouts. 30-second timeout on the floor, 1 per team. So as you can see, the coaches and players have to stay on the floor. I wonder if in the future they'll pull out the small little stool like they do in NBA or actually at the collegiate level with NCAA as well. We'll see.
We'll see. Now I think all the teams are trying to learn what to do with this because one team, I mean, it is from player, but actually coach does make the decision to call for it. And I would say the next couple positions will really tell whether these 30-second timeout by the players work.
I think the hope was if the players get in a little bit of trouble, maybe a jump ball situation, they can call the timeout. Or if they need to sub out an injured player, that could be something they would consider as well. Now 10 from the top. Getting around to Oud.
He won good shots.
spinning around, getting the foul. The Dreamers were ready for a breakout. Kind of a holding foul there. I believe called on Wang Bozi. Getting his hand caught in the cookie jar. Ooh, got a lot of ball.
Oh, I know.
But the referee calls a foul.
Yeah, those are the calls that we can argue for hours that if we're at the schoolyard. But you know, you got three very good referees. Lee have hired, I mentioned, 12 professional referee to be working full time. We will see that the difference.
That free throw is no good. Jonah able to control the rebound. All 12 refs getting some run in this weekend. We'll have a whole new set for the finale. Right now, under 50 seconds left. Captain Yang will control up top, working with a pick.
Shall we dance?
Kind of a veteran move there.
Yeah, two guys knew each other for a long time and say, let's not hurt each other.
Getting caught up there. Hand reaching, and then the swim move.
This is when the DJ need to play some music.
Okay. We'll put that in there as a song request for the future.
Yeah.
Of course, playing music with basketball games been a thing in Taiwan basketball for a long time. Yesterday I joked with Jason, basketball in Taiwan can't go without the final countdown. Coming in at some point at the end of every game.
Well, I think it's wonderful to have for Taiwan basketball to develop their own style. The pro league, the players, the play.
So with under 30 seconds by now, shot going up and it misses almost everything, just getting the backboard. So up by 6, the Dreamers. Yang Jimin controlling, stumbling, finding an open teammate, running out the clock. Arab's not fouling, just trying to get a stop and make a couple threes perhaps. Cut to the middle and there's a foul. Intentional foul called. Sun Siyao maybe trying to help out his teammates and
I guess in US it's NBA, it's a frequent one call, huh? So it's a one free throw, one technical free throw.
Shot made. Looks
or
like
they get the ball back. Actually, 2 free throw and they get the ball back.
There's the general manager, Taishin, on the screen previously. Looking forward to the first preseason victory for the Dreamers, maybe. With 6.8 seconds left. Possession of the ball. Let's see how they go about it.
They're going to run up the clock. Very good game. Very wonderful game.
No contest from the Taoyuan Air Apes. And this game, final buzzer will go off. And give way to the final game of the afternoon. But Dennis, your thoughts on the third game of 4?
Well, again, it was close till the end, as we expected. It's exciting. I think both teams really went after each other. You see a lot of hustle play. I think that's what the fan wants to see. I think it's a very good start for the league. And Ryan, I really thank you for having me here. And we look forward to another exciting game with the Lioneers with the Braves.
Fubon, Taipei Fubon Braves. So as you can see on the line score, quarter by quarter, each team made runs in the second half, but in the end, the Dreamers with 29 points in the fourth, 13 net points gained in that quarter, ending up with the 7-point victory. So Dad, Dennis, with a preview for the last game going on, what do you anticipate seeing there?
Well, okay, I think it will be very exciting for the home team.
我们现在场边访问到的是阿吉哦，阿吉先来谈一下，
Before that,
昨天的比赛相较于今天已经打得比较闷，但今天看到这么多人依旧进场帮你们加油，然后你又打得这么好，先跟球员朋友说几句你这样比赛心得，好不好？
His thoughts on the game?
主要是 自己人生第一场算职业赛的第一场吧，然后自己有点闷，
He's
然后想
admitting
太
that
多，
yesterday was his first
不
game
必要的失误
at a professional
然后
level, and
今天
so
教练就提醒
a
说
lot of team
就要放开，然
turnovers
后
that
这样才会
they just need to kind of
这样比较好打，就不会这
forget
么
about
拘谨
and
你上半场打的可能也没有这么出色，但是到了下半场做了什么样的调整，然后下半场打的就是有如神助啊，外线有外线啊，切入有切入。
Second half performance.
因为我们赛后在中场检讨的时候就有说，其实外线很多空档，就是我们都没有把握，然后就是
for them to take.
就是有空档就尽量去投。
So continue to shoot the basketball for everybody and try to knock them down.
支持者，因为这毕竟是全新的一个职业联盟，要不要鼓励球迷朋友多多进场看
And
球，
he's
来
asked
帮你们
about
加油。
the viewership, you the
第一次
viewers.
打这种那个职业赛，然后这么多球迷，
Thoughts and comments he
真的
has
很谢谢他
about
们，就是
the audience.
尽全力来支持我们，对吧？
He said,
希望大家也多多进场来支持阿吉，谢谢阿吉，谢谢，
I'd
恭
like
喜
to
你们
thank
球。
everyone's support and
好，恭
encourage
喜
everyone to come
在
out
热
to
身赛的
support
第二
them
天的第
and
一场
watch
比
it
赛
on
获得
TV
胜
if
利，
you
我们休
can.
息一下，再回到 Plus League。
So thank you everyone for joining us for Game 3 of 4 with the Plus League. I will be on the call for Game 4 of 4. Thanks for watching. We'll be right back. Wrapping up the third game of 4 here in Hsinchu County Arena. The Dreamers able to pull out the victory, 84-77. Checking out the stats, they weren't shooting quite as well, but had a higher volume thanks to 20 turnovers by the Taoyuan Air Apes. They assisted on 21 baskets to the Air Apes 16. Boards go to the Air Apes though, 56-43. So in a back and forth game, as we mentioned before, 17-27, 27-17 for the Air Apes in the third quarter, putting up a lead. But on the other side, in the fourth crucial quarter to end the game, 29-16 for the Formosa Dreamers. Now, checking out the preview for the next game, Taipei Fubon Braves taking on to the Hsinchu Lioneers. On your screen right now is our Mandarin broadcast team. Guys do a great job there. Of course, learning how to figure out what are the best ways to broadcast.